Vivien Leigh was born Vivien Mary Hartley on November 5, 1913, into a privileged yet culturally diverse family that quietly shaped her worldview. Her father, Ernest Hartley, was a British broker, while her mother, Gertrude Yakji, came from Irish and Armenian roots, giving Vivien an early sense of cultural richness and complexity. From a young age, she displayed a deep love for storytelling, literature, and performance, often reciting poetry and captivating classmates in school productions. Her education took place across Europe, in convent schools in France, Italy, and Germany, exposing her to different languages, traditions, and artistic sensibilities. This cosmopolitan upbringing refined her elegance and confidence, qualities that would later become inseparable from her screen presence. Even as a child, it was clear that Vivien possessed a rare blend of discipline, imagination, and emotional depth that set her apart from her peers. Early ambitions and the path toward the stage. Determined to pursue acting despite societal expectations, Vivien enrolled at London's prestigious Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. Although her time there was short, the experience instilled in her a sense of professional discipline and respect for craft that never left her. She soon began taking on small roles in British films, gradually earning attention for her distinctive combination of vulnerability and intensity. Unlike many aspiring actresses of her era, Vivien carried herself with quiet confidence, never appearing desperate for attention. Her performances hinted at a depth that went far beyond surface beauty. Casting directors and fellow actors began to take notice, sensing something quietly powerful beneath her polished exterior. These early years were marked by struggle and uncertainty, yet they also revealed her unwavering commitment to becoming a serious actress. Vivien was not chasing fame alone. She was chasing meaning, expression, and the opportunity to inhabit complex human stories. Scarlett O'Hara and a career-defining triumph. Vivien Leigh's life changed forever when she was cast as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind in 1939. At the time, her selection was controversial, as she was a relatively unknown British actress chosen to portray an iconic Southern American character. Critics doubted her ability to embody the role authentically, but Vivien quickly silenced them. Her portrayal of Scarlett was fierce, layered, and deeply human, capturing strength, vulnerability, ambition, and emotional contradiction in equal measure. She transformed Scarlett from a simple romantic heroine into a complex, flawed woman shaped by survival and desire. The film became a cinematic landmark, and Vivien's performance earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress. Overnight, she became an international star. Decades later, her image as Scarlett O'Hara remains one of the most enduring and celebrated performances in film history. Meeting Laurence Olivier, Love and Artistic Fire. One of the most defining chapters of Vivien Leigh's life began with her meeting Laurence Olivier during the filming of Fire Over England in 1937. Both were already married, yet an undeniable connection formed between them, rooted in mutual admiration and artistic passion. Their relationship quickly became intense and complicated, drawing public attention and controversy. Eventually, both divorced their respective spouses and married in 1940. Together, they became one of the most glamorous and respected theatrical couples of their time. Their partnership extended beyond romance into powerful stage collaborations, including acclaimed performances in Hamlet, Macbeth, Antony and Cleopatra, and The School for Scandal. On stage, they were electric, pushing each other toward artistic excellence. Offstage, however, their relationship was far more fragile, strained by ambition, emotional complexity, and the weight of constant public scrutiny. A second Oscar, and the depth of her talent. Vivien Leigh proved she was far more than a single iconic role when she delivered a breathtaking performance as Blanche Dubois in A Streetcar Named Desire in 1951. The role demanded emotional vulnerability and psychological nuance, qualities Vivien possessed in abundance. Her portrayal was haunting, fragile, and deeply empathetic, earning her a second Academy Award for Best Actress. Many noted the painful parallels between Blanche's inner turmoil and Vivien's own private struggles, though she never allowed personal pain to diminish her professionalism. Throughout her career, she moved fluidly between stage and screen, excelling in productions such as Titus Andronicus, The Skin of Our Teeth, and Tovarich, the latter earning her a Tony Award in 1963. Her versatility and emotional intelligence placed her among the greatest performers of the 20th century. The silent battle with mental and physical illness. Behind Vivien Leigh's luminous performances lay a life marked by profound personal struggle. She lived for years with bipolar disorder, then known as manic depression, at a time when mental illness was poorly understood and often stigmatized. The condition brought severe mood swings, emotional instability, and periods of deep exhaustion that affected both her career and her marriage. In addition to her mental health challenges, Vivien suffered from chronic tuberculosis, which weakened her body and required repeated medical intervention. Despite these obstacles, she continued to work whenever possible, often pushing herself beyond physical limits to honor professional commitments. Colleagues frequently remarked on her bravery and discipline, unaware of how much effort it took for her to appear composed. Her ability to create beauty amid pain remains one of the most remarkable aspects of her legacy. Marriage, motherhood, and growing distance. Before her marriage to Olivier, Vivien had married Herbert Lee Holman in 1932, a respected barrister who favored traditional domestic values. Their marriage was strained almost from the beginning, as Holman disapproved of the theater and Vivien's ambitions. Though they had a daughter, Suzanne, in 1933, their emotional distance grew as Vivien became increasingly immersed in her acting career. She loved her child deeply, yet the demands of stage and screen often kept her away, creating lasting guilt and tension. This early marriage taught Vivien the painful cost of choosing passion over convention. When her relationship with Olivier began, it offered emotional understanding and shared purpose, but it also carried its own challenges. The pattern of intense connection followed by strain would continue throughout her personal life. The breakdown of a legendary marriage. Despite their artistic brilliance together, Vivien Leigh and Laurence Olivier's marriage gradually deteriorated under emotional pressure. Her recurring health crises, combined with the demands of fame and Olivier's own frustrations, created an environment of constant tension. Over time, love gave way to exhaustion. Olivier eventually found stability with actress Joan Plowright, while Vivien, heartbroken yet hopeful, found companionship with Jack Merivale. Though she never remarried, Merivale became a devoted presence in her later years, offering patience and care without expectation. Olivier, acknowledging the limits of what he could give, reportedly asked Merivale to look after her. Their separation marked the end of a legendary partnership, not due to lack of affection, but because illness and circumstance proved stronger than devotion alone. Final years and an enduring legacy. Vivien Leigh's final years were marked by fragile health and brief returns to the stage and screen. Her last film, Ship of Fools in 1965, earned critical praise and reminded audiences of her extraordinary talent. On July 7, 1967, she passed away quietly, leaving behind a body of work that continues to inspire generations. Her ashes were scattered in Sussex, a peaceful farewell to a life filled with brilliance and suffering. Vivien Leigh is remembered not only as an iconic actress, but as a woman who gave everything to her art while battling forces beyond her control. Her story is one of beauty, vulnerability, resilience, and enduring influence, reminding the world that greatness often comes at a deeply personal cost.